My weight loss transformation. It all started for me the summer of 2012. Matter of fact, it was June of 2012. We were on a family vacation. My family, we go on these big family trips every 2 years. And this year we were in Cancun, Mexico. Everybody loves Mexico. It's a fun place, man. If you like to party, have a good time, Cancun, Mexico is the place to go. But anyways, so, you know, we're having a good time. Everybody's taking pictures, we kicking it. And after the trip, there were so many pictures, people were exchanging pictures and we're sending them back and forth. And, I had two cousins that, sent me some pictures, and there was two pictures in particular that just blew my mind. I had no choice but to accept that I was fat as hell. There was no way to be in denial. I saw it. It was crazy. I was disgusted. I was ashamed. I was disappointed in myself. I knew I was fat, but I didn't know how fat I was. And, hindsight's 2020. I really didn't look in the mirror. Anytime I was in the mirror, I didn't really look at myself. I didn't take pictures of myself. So it's like I was willfully being ignorant to my situation. And these pictures, it just, it was a gut punch. And, right then and there, I made the decision that I was going to make a change. So from June 2012 all the way through the summer of 2013, I tried all kinds of fad diets, exercises. I did personal training. I did it all. And you know what? I didn't lose any weight. I was going about it all wrong. And I realized this during a road trip. It was May 2013. And I was making a road trip from Kansas to California. And on the way to California, we stopped off in Arizona. And, I took a picture and bam, I just had another gut punch, another wake up call moment. I was still fat as hell. Matter of fact, I had a big ass head. I don't know what kind of haircut I had in this picture, but I was like, okay, I'm not doing something right. I really need to make a change because I felt like I gained weight. And, to me, it was getting serious because, at that time I was experiencing knee pain, sleep apnea, all the fat people stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was very uncomfortable. My self-esteem was down. Being overweight is not fun at all. And the messed up part about it is food comforts you. So the one thing that is, to your detriment is also the same thing that makes you feel good, So I really put my foot down at that time. And at the place I worked, my manager, he had went on his own weight loss journey. He lost a substantial amount of weight. He was in shape. I mean, he was really in shape. His name is Victor, man. And I really appreciate him. When I got back from the trip, I went to work and I pulled him to the side and said, hey, man, I want to make a change. I saw what you've done with yourself, fill me in. And pretty much he took me under his wing. So we would actually go work out on our lunch break. I would weigh in, we would work out, and then he would allow me to eat my lunch at my desk, even though it wasn't lunchtime, and I really appreciate that. I can tell that he cared and he wanted me to be successful. And, he made that adjustment for me. So I appreciate that. And yeah, he held me accountable. And then on top of that, my best friend, my boy Griff, he actually started working at the same place. And he's always been athletic. He played wide receiver in college. And, we would go work out after work. So I would double up. And, when I worked out with him, we focused on lifting weights, we would squat, bench press, deadlift, we did it all, man. And, the summer of 2013 was a big turning point for me. And the fall of 2013 is when I really started to see, some big results. I was in the gym, I was gaining muscle, you know what I'm saying? It was a confidence builder. My self-esteem was rising, rapidly. I started to take pictures of myself, because I wanted to see my progress. I wanted to document my progress. And there was one picture in particular that stood out to me, and, it let me know that I was going in the right direction. It was Thanksgiving of 2013, and I took a picture with my sister, and I was just like, wow, I look like a completely different person from, the picture, back in May of the same year, so that made me even more motivated. I was determined. I was focused. I was on it, all the way through the summer of 2014. We were on another family trip. So it's 2 years later from when we were in Cancun, Mexico, and we went back there again. And this time when I took pictures, it was night and day. And I felt amazing. It was a turning point for me in my life, because being overweight, it is a self-esteem killer. And, when you feel comfortable in your skin, it does so much for you personally. And so, at that time, I had put on muscle. I was feeling good. I was feeling confident. And, it was a good time. I really enjoyed myself. And that momentum carried all the way through the end of 2014, all the way through to the spring of 2015. And, this is where, I was at my lightest. So at the beginning of this whole thing, back in 2012, I was 360 pounds. I was 360 pounds. 360 pounds. I'm so pissed off at myself. 360 pounds. And at this point in my life, the spring of 2015, I was 240 pounds. I lost 120 pounds. Crazy. And it's amazing, all the ailments that I had went away. Joint pain, sleep apnea. I was sleeping like a rock. I would sleep all the way through the night. I would get 8 hours of sleep, straight through. My energy level was through the roof. I felt sharper. It was so many things, just getting that weight off of me. I literally felt lighter, and it was one in particular thing. There's certain things you don't experience as a fat person, right? So I was sitting on like a wooden bench, right? And I was sitting there for a little while, and the back of my thighs started to hurt. My back started to hurt. It was very uncomfortable. And I was just like, man, what's going on? And I realized I didn't have all that fat to cushion that. I literally was feeling the park bench for like the first time. Like the little subtle stuff, you know what I'm saying? And another thing was, back in Kansas, once it starts to get the fall time, winter time, it gets cold. And I would find on myself, like, I'd be shivering, and I'm just like, I didn't understand it, but then I realized, like, as a fat person, you run hot. You have all that fat insulating your body, so you don't have to have on so many layers. And I had to like get a bigger coat. Like, it's just little things like that you don't realize until you lose the weight. And so, that was my journey. As I look back and I look at the process, that was a big feat. And I realized I have the restraint and the focus to do things like that. And it was a character builder for sure. So that was my transformation. If you like content like this, please subscribe, like the video. And as always, I appreciate you guys' time. Until the next video, you guys be easy. Peace.